I would just like to preface the start of the stream with I am in full on lazy mode right now. Literally, I have pajamas on, full sleep pajamas. So we're nice and comfy today. What about you, Mr. Taylor? How has your day been so far?
For the most part, today has been a lazy day because there is a lovely little tropical storm in the Gulf. So it's just been like overcast and rainy. And so it's just one of those days where I've just been chilling, playing some Dota, doing some support tickets, banning some ridiculousness. But other than that,
Definitely been a bit of that today, that's for sure.
I got a new hat. Somebody just realized that. So.
Oh yeah, you do have a new hat. I didn't even notice that, to be honest with you.
Wife went out and got me a couple more hats, so now we got the gray one is getting put to
Yeah.
the side.
You need a Streamloots card to switch hats. You have flip
Oh
hat, you now need to
no!
switch hat.
Oh no!
I'm making a
No!
suggestion of that on your Streamloots. It is happening. It
Listen,
is
I'll.
happening.
You know what? I've learned my lesson though. So if I create this card, it will
It's
not be
having a
craftable.
cooldown.
It will not be craftable. So just saying.
Oh gosh. It needs to
But
happen.
we are at episode number 5. More
10
than
weeks of
Minecraft.
consistency. 10 weeks of it. But we're pros
Man.
now.
So today shall be interesting. So neither Slayer nor
Mhm.
myself had planned this one. We had a special individual who actually planned this podcast out. So
Yes, Miss Bubbles has done the questions. We also have some surprise ones, which I haven't even thrown at you yet, Taylor. So
oh,
you're not even
fun.
prepared for those yet.
All right.
Um,
I'm not
but
prepared for
they,
the ones you gave me because I haven't even read them yet. So
yeah. So this one is mainly themed around gaming and like our history with games, like what our favorite ones are, what we've played the most of, all those kind of things. I think that definitely fits well for a lot of our viewers as well, because obviously the majority of you, if not all of you, play games quite consistently. So it should be interesting to see where this goes. I imagine we could get some fun questions as well from this, and divide a few people. Just like the other stream we had the other day, Cough Cough Tater, and not liking Halo.
I didn't say I didn't like Halo.
You said it got bad after Halo 1. Like,
That
come
is
on now.
true. That is true.
It got bad after Reach, okay? After Halo Reach, when Bungie stopped doing it, that's when it got bad.
Just saying,
When
I
Free
was
for
a
Free took
hardcore.
over.
Like when Halo first came out, I was all about it. But then it just started going in the. It just kept going and going, and I was like,
No,
ugh.
no, no, no.
I'll watch Red vs Blue, but that's about it.
Oh, Red versus Blue is beautiful. That's another thing we could go off, like the things off of games as well, like all the stuff that comes from gaming, like those videos, for example. It reminds me of it was actually Halo 3. There was a series that this person did called Zero Punctuation, and where he reviews games and stuff. I'll have to show you it off stream because it's 100% not PG, like his content.
Well, Red vs Blue is not really PG,
That
I
is
would say
that is
either.
true. That is
So
true. Like they're more tame though than Zero Punctuation, and you'll understand when you see that as well, because it is beautiful. It really is. Um, but yeah, going off of that, okay, let's try and stick to the questions for now. So first and foremost, where else would you start? Then, what is currently your favorite game to play with friends?
see, that's like a hard one for me to answer because there's so many like good games that are out right this second. So,
Yeah,
like, I guess it would really like how many friends we playing with. Are we playing with like 9 friends? Because that would be Among Us right now. Like
yeah.
that seems to be like the beautiful 10 man go nuts. If I'm playing with like 4 to 5 friends, that could be R6. I have a lot of fun with
Hmm.
Overwatch with people. Like it really just, I guess it depends on the day, because one day Overwatch could be the game that I'm playing with friends. Next day it could be
Yeah.
R6, and then the next day it could be Fall Guys. Like we had a blast that one night on Fall Guys when we were playing against
The
hackers,
hackers. Yeah,
because that was just like, I mean,
that
it
was
was a good
beautiful.
time. It was a good time. So it's really hard to say like one game because there's just so many. It just depends on the day.
Fair enough. I mean, I would have to agree pretty much for the most part. Like Among Us has been so much fun. And the fact that you can do it with 9 other friends as well.
Mhm.
It makes for some good memories. And
Yeah,
then
if Fall
I
Guys increases their party size, then
oh yeah.
that's going to be a blast. Like being able to fight with your buddies and have more than just
Mhm.
4 people in a party, that would be nice. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I would have to say if I had to choose like Fall Guys, I've had bigger laughs and stuff, but I feel like Among Us currently has more potential because of the fact that you can play with more friends. Um, so I would have to pick Among Us right now for that matter. But Fall Guys is still very close to that. If Fall Guys was to raise their cap, like you said, Fall Guys would win in my eyes. But Among Us right now, just because of the fact that you do have that 10-player cap currently,
Hmm.
that makes it win for me. Um, okay. What is your current favorite game to play solo? And I think I already know your answer for this one.
Dota.
Yep. Yep. I knew the answer to that one before I even asked it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Um,
mind teaming up with some people in Dota like every now and again, but for the most part, because I'm not really like the greatest at Dota. Like, depends on the game that I get into and my teammates, but I hate playing like with people that are worse than like really bad. But then at the same token, I hate playing with people that are much better than me and dragging them down. So it's one of those games where I prefer to play it solo, but
I would have to say for everyone watching this, if you ever get an opportunity somehow to be in a call with Taylor while he's playing Dota off stream, it is one of the funniest things in the world just listening to his comments and stuff.
maybe I'll do it on stream one day. I'll just commentate it like I do when I'm playing off stream. We'll see.
Oh, it would be great. It would be great. Um, that's a bit of a more difficult one for me right now. Uh,
I was gonna say
like
I can't think of anything that you like are playing unless it's like DBD as a killer.
that is true. Yeah, I would probably have to go with DBD because I have a couple games, but one that I always find myself going back to consistently would be DBD. I can enjoy DBD with friends and obviously as a survivor, but I can also enjoy DBD as a killer, which is obviously solo.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would have to go with DBD for that one. Um, this is an interesting one because I don't actually know your answer to this. What game have you got the most total hours in?
Dota.
Dota, you think it's Dota? What does your Steam say? If you went to Steam, how many hours do you have on Dota 2?
Let's pull it up. Well, see, the thing with Dota that I would have to do, I would have to pull up this Steam profile, and then I would
Hmm.
have to pull up my other Steam profile because my other Steam is what I started Dota in. So
Mm.
this Steam profile, I have 2,268 hours. And let's log out. I'm actually, I bet it's in the 3,000s or something like that. Hold on.
God, I'm nervous to see this now.
All right, let me pull this close that library. Dota 4,366 hours. So that's
Oh, God.
over 6,000 hours played in
In
Dota.
Dota, my lord. Okay. I thought mine was high. Okay, so my current one on Steam, and this is just Steam, is obviously Dead by Daylight. But it's nothing compared to yours. It's 991.8 hours. Now, if I was to add the hours from my old account and my Smurf account, you're probably looking at something like 1,500 hours. Um,
Yeah.
Roundabouts, give or take. Um, if I was to talk about the game that I have the utmost hours in, it would 100% be Minecraft. Um,
True.
Thankfully, that isn't recorded anywhere because I'm telling you, my playtime, like, let's have a look on prisons. What my playtime is on prisons, and this has been cleared a few times because of testing and what have you. But my current playtime on prisons is 1 year, 73 days, 23 hours, 39 minutes,
All right, I'm pulling
and
up
that's
PvP.
yeah, and that's been that's been cleaned a couple times. I don't know what I wonder what mine is on PvP now as well.
Yeah, it's a lot. I know that because I spent a lot of time. But yeah, like even on PvP, when I would be on here, I would be playing Dota like in between building bases and doing base work.
Hmm.
Playtime total total is 390 days on PvP.
Yeah, yeah. See,
And I've only been
mine.
playing. I'm not as OG as you either.
Yeah, mine is definitely a lot more than what it currently shows because I started playing obviously before playing time was recorded,
True.
and because mine is currently only showing as 39 days, and my current season is 3 seconds. So you know, but
Yeah.
yeah, mine's only showing 39 days so far. That's a shame that it doesn't record beforehand. I wonder what yours is on prisons. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I'm not on prisons right now.
Let's have a look at Tater's on prisons. 70 days, 4 hours and 49 minutes. 49 of those 70 days are on Sovereign.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. Oh gosh. All right. So yeah, I would definitely say Minecraft, without a doubt. I have the most playtime on completely, like 100%. And then DBD, and then it would probably be the Elder Scrolls Skyrim or maybe Call of Duty Ghosts. Um, I know in Skyrim I had something like total like 1,000 or something hours on that total. Um, Call of Duty Ghosts, that was the first game, like Call of Duty game I ever got max prestige in, and it came out in what October, and I got max prestige in early December. Like I played that game like crazy. Um, yeah, that's what I would say. My order of ranking is on that.
Yeah. On the computer, I would say Overwatch is probably my next most played game.
Hmm.
Um, but before I was on the computer, before I played Dota, Call of Duty Modern Warfare was definitely my most played game.
See, I never liked Modern Warfare that much. I don't know why.
I loved Modern Warfare. It was the best.
See, like my favorite was Ghosts, and apparently majority of people hated Ghosts.
I didn't like Ghosts.
Like the Honey Badger, that was my favorite gun of all time. It's the first gun I ever got gold.
Yeah, was not a fan.
All right. What game do you wish you played more?
I wish I played more. Right now, I would say it's probably R6 because it's a fun game. It's just a super fun, chill game. There's just so much to it. There's like
Yeah.
a ton of learning and a ton of like knowledge that you need to get for maps and different dudes. So it's that I would say that would be the one that I wish I played more, but at the same token, don't have the effort and time to want to play more. So,
I could understand that. Um, I would probably have to say the same because that game, like I enjoy it now. Um, Yeah, I just want to get better at it. It's one of those games where I feel like I enjoy it now, and I feel like I'd enjoy it more if I was able to actually understand half the stuff I'm doing. Like I'd be able to look at every single character and go, I want to play that one right now because they're playing these, and I know this is a good counter for them. Right now, I just go with a one that I'm like, I like the gun on this one.
Random.
Yeah, that's just pretty much as far as it goes for me right now. So yeah, I definitely feel like more R6 would be a good thing. All right. This is gonna be a fun one. What game have you spent the most money on?
Spent the most money on?
Yeah.
Whoo!
What game have you gotten the most pay to win on, Tater?
Well, let's see. I've spent over 6,000 hours on one game. So I mean, what do you think?
Do you think it is Dota that you spent the most cash on?
It's gonna be tight between Dota and Minecraft because even though Minecraft was a lot more frequent spending money in,
Hmm.
it
Just
I
the
would say
amount of
over
time.
I would say over time
Yeah.
it's probably really close because I still spend to this day a lot of money on Dota, like even in these battle passes and stuff.
Battle Pass level is only 400 up, by the way.
Yeah, no one likes you, Slayer. um, but I spent a lot of money on Minecraft too. I remember doing my taxes this year and looking back and going, God dang, I spent a lot of money on Minecraft last year. Oh, them series, bro, they get to you. I was like, oh my God, I spent so much money on Sky. So yeah. It's one of the reasons why you become an admin for these servers so that you can stop spending money on it. I can't play. Nope, I'm not allowed. Can't do it.
Physically can't play.
I can't
so
do
there
it.
we go. Problem solved.
And then I still end up just buying slots for giveaways and stuff. Like, God dang it. So yeah, no, it's probably close though.
You'd be surprised on mine, and I bet you couldn't guess it.
I don't know. Because I want to say Minecraft as a whole, because not just Cosmic, but the other servers that you've played on.
Minecraft as a whole would probably put it close, but it's still not the winner.
See, I don't know though. I don't know what other game. It's not DBD. There's no way.
No, no.
There's no way because DBD's got like a set amount that you can spend, and then there's like no more that you could spend on it. World of Warcraft.
Nope. I never really played that.
I don't know. CS:GO.
Nope.
Dang it. I don't know.
It's this game right here.
Is it a mobile game?
Yeah.
No. See, that's gross. That's gross.
I haven't spent anything on it in about a year and a half because I stopped playing it. But it's Lords Mobile.
Gross.
But you know what the best part is? So Tater knows this because I told him about it.
Won money in?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I didn't play this. I stopped playing this game about a year and a half ago. And I regret that a little bit because, to be quite honest with you, I was one of the top players in the world at the game. Mostly down to the pay to win aspect of it. But if you look at this little letter here, you can't really read it.
It's backwards.
Yeah. But basically, PewDiePie, of all people, did a video where he was sponsored by Lords Mobile a couple of weeks ago. And he announced a competition where the top 20 players that had the highest ranking, basically, in the game that started when he announced that would get $1,000 each. And I was like, well, I played this game for 3.5 years. I have a decent amount of knowledge in it. I'm on an Android now, not the iPhone, so it would be a new account if I downloaded it. let's do it. And I did it. Came in top 20, won a grand from it. So I guess I got some of that money back that I ended up spending on the game.
See, I spent when it first came out. I spent a hot bit of change on Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I did as well.
That
yeah,
is
I
the
definitely did.
only mobile game.
All the
spent
pet
money.
incubators. All the pet incubators.
Yep, that is the only mobile game that I spent really money on. Like I never like Clash of Clans, no thanks. Any of these other
Yeah,
games.
see, I played
no
Clash of
thanks.
Clans, but I never spent any money on it because I never felt like a need or want to.
Yeah, no. Mobile game wise, I never felt like I wanted to. So CS:GO, unfortunately, spent a little money on.
Yep, same.
Luckily, I've kind of paused on that. So
CS:GO probably came third for me, third or fourth in that list.
But yeah.
But now Pokemon Go, I played that game a lot. A lot. I got to, I think it was like level 35, 36 in that game.
Yeah,
It was. I played a lot of it. Did a lot of walking back then.
Listen,
Really should get
Pokemon
back into
Go
that.
is how I came to Cosmic.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
saying. Just saying.
Of all things, Pokemon Go got Tater into
Pokemon
Cosmic.
Go led me to Cosmic. That was interesting.
Alrighty. What is the longest you have ever played a game of in one sitting? And what game?
I would have to say it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare and this was a console days because this was so I'd work I want to say this was probably when I worked at the casino too. This was before I had kids. This was I got a PS3 and was playing with my cousins up in Maryland and their friends and all of our buddies in our group and Kenshin, who some of y'all may know because we raid him sometimes. He was in that group as well, and we would literally have like a squad of 6 of us that would just constantly be playing, and there would be like days where, because when I worked at the casino, I worked Friday through Monday, and then I had 3 days off, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So there would be like times where it would fit with everybody where they were out of school for a couple days or out of work for a day or two, and we would jump on and play for hours. So I would say that's probably the longest I played in one sitting was probably about not quite 24 hours, but I would say like 20 to 22 hours if I remember correctly. Like it was a good bit.
This is another one that you wouldn't guess for me either.
Well, see, I don't know because like what I'm saying is back in the day, so I don't know if it's
Yeah,
not
mine is back in the day.
If
as
it's
well.
not something that you play now, I'm not going to guess it.
So Cosmic would definitely come close. Specifically, Spirit Map 1 when that released. I went ham on that, like crazy ham. Because I'd just gotten paid on the same day it released. It was a pop-up planet, so it wasn't one that was announced or anything. It just appeared. So nobody knew it was coming. No one had time to prep for it, but I'd just been paid on that day. So I was like, bro, we're going in. I got top rank. I was the second person on the planet to get top rank. Flying across the Nether and everything. I spent like 8 hours in the Nether in one sitting, just flying and getting blazes and stuff. But I probably altogether I played like 30 hours straight of that in one sitting. But that wouldn't be my top one. My top one would be Destiny 1 when the first raid released. Me and my buddies at the time on the Xbox 360 went in on that raid. It took us, I think, in total 51 hours to get a completion on it.
Gross.
And we went in. Yeah.
Gross.
because you got to understand that with those, you didn't know how to complete them or anything, so you had to work it out. So we were playing it and trying to work things out, and we had like the streams up of the people that were going for the fast runs of it to try and be the first to complete it and stuff. And we would be like, all right, they've worked out how to do this part. So we would then do that part, and it was just it was crazy, bro. It was crazy. I remember going to bed, and we failed, by the way. 51 hours was when we gave up. It wasn't until like 4 or 5 days later that we actually completed it. But
Jeez.
51 hours, and I legitimately remember lying down and thinking, okay, I'm gonna put some YouTube on and fall asleep. I didn't even get to picking up my remote and turning on the TV. I was that gone.
Sounds about right.
But yeah, it was so much fun, bro. Like I couldn't obviously do that these days. Like I could probably stay up for that long, but I wouldn't be able to play for that long in one sitting. But yeah, Destiny 1 back in the day, it was so much fun. All right. What game do you dislike the most that you have played?
What
So
game
what
do
game
I
do you yeah, I guess I could reword that slightly. What game do you regret playing as much as you did?
Fortnite?
Yep. I knew the answer to that one. I don't
Can't
even know why you had to think about that one.
can't stand the game. It was stupid. It was horrible. Very very few good times with it. Gross. Gross. So, ugh. Just saying that word hurt me. You know that too. That's so rude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a difficult one for me. Soul Calibur.
The heck is that?
It's people in the stream should definitely know it's Soul Calibur. Like, it's an okay game, but it's just it's. I look at it now and it's like, what? I don't know why I enjoyed it as much as I did back then. Yeah, it's just it's not a fun game. It's basically like what do you call it? Let's have a look. Games like Soul Calibur. Tekken, Street Fighter.
Okay.
It's that kind of game.
Bro, Tekken's old school. Man, I
Mhm.
can't remember what it was. There was a Mortal Kombat game back in the day that I used to love on console. It wasn't like your normal Mortal Kombat where you just pick a character on each side and fight. Like this was more of like an adventure type, like a role playing game where you went out and you found different things, you did some different tasks, and then you also fought. So that
Fair enough.
was interesting.
Okay, well, I probably know the answer to this one as well. But if you had to pick a game of all time that is your utmost favorite game, what would that be?
Of all time,
Yeah, your all-time favorite game.
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye. Okay.
007 GoldenEye from the N64. The first FPS I ever played.
That wasn't the first I ever played, but I do remember playing it. I do remember playing that.
N64 FPS. It was the jam. And then I played it not that long ago at like a family get together because I got some family up north that still have like the N64s and stuff. And we go to play it, and I'm like, bro, these graphics aren't anything near like what I remember them to be. They're so dog. Like, what the heck, bro?
Yeah.
So, yeah, freaking used to love that game, though.
I had to choose one, it would be Bioshock, the original Bioshock 1. And the reason why is because it's a single player, story driven horror game. And I can still, to this day, I've completed it like 20 plus times, but I could still legitimately right now, it's downloaded on this computer because I played it recently. I could pick it up right now and I could play the entire campaign and I would enjoy every second of it. Legitimately, is one of my favorite games of all time. Um, I may even play it on stream at one point. It's one of my favorite games. The story behind it is so good. Um, yeah, Bioshock 2. Bioshock Infinite's okay. It's not my favorite. I very much one of the reasons why I really enjoyed Bioshock was because of the theme and the setting is like an underwater city. Um, I don't know. Do you actually even know anything about Bioshock, Taylor?
Not really. I feel like isn't that the game that you played not that long ago? Like it was a more recent BioShock though, where
That was the Bioshock Infinite DLC. Yeah.
yeah.
Here you go. Because I don't think anybody on my stream will even know this.
I know we were
Um,
watching you, like me and Aaron were watching you play it, like
yeah.
just in the Discord.
Here we go. Gonna make use of this scene that I have that I never use. Here you go. I'm sending it to you as well. This is the original trailer for Bioshock.
Are we
Game was
watching
released in
this?
2007. Yeah, we're watching this.
God dang it.
We don't have to watch the whole 3 minute at this point. Like,
Well,
yeah, let me see if I can actually find a shorter one. Yeah, there's a 1 minute trailer here.
Well, if it's
I think this
3 minutes,
cuts out part of it, but hey ho.
I just have to see where. Okay.
All right, let me know when you have it up.
Yeah, 1 sec. I got. Oh, you sent me a different one.
Yeah, this one's shorter.
Gummit, this guy. Of course, the video would be slightly different. Oh, it's fine. We'll go with that chat. All right.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. What?
That was weird. There was so much going on there. Like, what the
Yeah,
freak was
like
that?
the trailers back then were a lot different, a lot more weird.
The
But the
heck?
basic premise of the game is you're in a plane crash and you find yourself, and there's only a lighthouse in the middle of the sea. You go into the lighthouse, and then you go into a bathysphere, which takes you underwater, and you find that there's a city there. Now, the city 10 years ago had basically, broken down, and it was kind of every man for themselves kind of thing. And it was all down to a drug addiction from this thing that they created called Adam. And what the people that owned the city did was they created the Little Sisters. And the Little Sisters are those girls that you saw, and they would go around and basically extract the Adam from corpses so that they could take that Adam themselves to control it and use it. And the Big Daddies, which is those giant guys you saw with the drill hands, are the ones that protect the Little Sisters. And you basically go through the storyline, finding all the main characters that had to do with this. You can choose whether to kill them or save them, or basically leave them alone. And all those different things that you choose to do basically changes how the game ends. You basically find out what happened to the Little Sisters, and you can either at the end save all the Little Sisters and get them, to have an actual life of their own, out of Rapture, or you can basically murder all the little sisters, use their powers, and escape for yourself.
Dear
Yep,
Lord. Okay. Yeah, no thanks. That's
yep.
weird.
It's a horror game.
That's not my kind of game. No thanks.
No, I love the storyline behind it all. It is a really good storyline. And that's why I would have to say Bioshock 100%. Yeah, I may actually play that on stream at some point. Spooktober's coming up. I think that would be a good time because while I don't find the game scary anymore, I can definitely see how some people would be quite creeped out by that game.
That doll, like, or that not the doll, but the chick that looked like a doll. Like, what the heck? All that
The
made me
little
think
sister.
of is those porcelain dolls that people have. That's what that made me think of. I was like, no thanks, fam. No thanks. Jeez.
All right. If you could change one thing about your most favorite game of all time, what would it be and why?
Honestly, I would just love to bring back like a newer version of it. Like, imagine they brought back
Hmm.
007 GoldenEye from back in the day, exactly how it was, the same
Hmm.
types of guns, the same like mechanics, the same gameplay. They just made it graphically 2020. Like, to me, that game would be popping.
Yeah, it would blow up just because of
007
the
remastered
nostalgic of it.
GoldenEye. Woo! Hook me up, Nintendo. I got an idea for you. Just saying. Just saying.
Oh gosh. For me, it would be for them to make the sequel quicker.
Oh,
Because so far Bioshock has Bioshock 2, and Bioshock Infinite. Now the issue with it is like the company 2K kind of meh right now in terms of like fundings and stuff in all the different places and what have you. So the like Bioshock 4, like there ain't much behind it right now. They know it's being created, but it's not coming out until 2022.
see,
And
I
I'm
what
impatient.
sucks is you've got all these like games. Like, I would like to get into like one of those games. Like, you played,
Mhm.
um, what was that game that you played not that long ago? Um, with the
Last of
chick.
Us 2.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you played the first one, so you were excited about this one. There's people that
Yeah.
play like the Fallout series, so they get excited for the next one. Like, I want them to come out with a new one, like something that has not been done yet, so that I can play
Yeah.
that one, and then potentially down the road get excited for the next series and know what the heck's
Yeah.
going on.
See, I love that feeling, but at the same time, it drives me insane because Bioshock 4, as I said, is coming out in 2022. Do you know when Bioshock Infinite came out? The last Bioshock?
No,
2013.
dear
9 years
God.
ago. It'll basically be 9 years when it comes out. Bioshock Infinite, like the original Bioshock came out in 2007. Bioshock 2, they rushed that because the original Bioshock was really, really popular, which kind of screwed them over. Because while I enjoy the storyline, I understand why a lot of people dislike Bioshock 2 because they rushed it and it came out only 2 years later, which back then, for one company to basically create a game in 2 years was like that was quick. That was really, really rushed. And they were a small company, so they didn't have lots of people, like with the Call of Duties, how they have three different companies basically rotating on a 3 year basis to make the
Activision,
Call of Duties. Yeah.
Treyarch, and yeah, all them
And Infinity
crazies.
Ward.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they rushed that one, which kind of made it lose a lot of traction. So then Bioshock Infinite didn't come out until 2013. And yeah, it kind of died off from there. And they recently picked it up like a year or two ago, and yeah, 2022, because of COVID and all that, pushed it back here. It was going to be 2021. Yeah, so I definitely can tell you all now. You got 2 years advance notice. I'm going to be streaming Bioshock 4 when that comes out. Um, Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that now. Bioshock and Bioshock 2. That's definitely something I'm gonna do during Spooktober for sure.
See,
On
what you
some.
do is you get all the Bioshock games in order and ready to
Mm.
go, and then before the release, plan it out ahead of time, and you play them all in order. And then when the new one comes out, bam, keep it going.
I mean, that's 2 years down the road. I can play them all for Spooktober, and then when that one's coming out, I can do it all again.
Whatever, bro. Do what you want to do.
That's definitely what I'm gonna do. All right, on to some of the surprise questions now. So they're not. I guess you could say they're surprise because I just didn't write them down. It's because these were questions that have been asked of me for the podcast, but I never got down to writing them down. Because I'm bad, and this week's been crazy. But what is I can't English. What is your most favorite thing that you've invested in towards your stream? No, minus the neon sign because that isn't here yet.
Oof. It's hard to pick really one thing because everything plays a significant role. I guess it would have to be my logo because that kind of is the key light of it. So, like, because I didn't have like your logo is based off your Minecraft character, so you had something to kind of go based off of. Mine was kind of like shot in the dark, blank, just hiring somebody to, this is the ideas that I have, and boom, it got created. Yeah. So I have to say probably the logo.
For me, it's a toss up between the emotes I have and my pins, and I guess they're kind of one in one on themselves because, I mean, you've all seen these by now. I've shown them off so much, like the uwus, and then the other ones over here. Trying to show this without accidentally showing my address that's on the front of the box. Like all those ones. Oh god, they're falling. Oh no. I'm tipping pins everywhere.
He likes to be difficult. Instead of just grabbing one and, showing it to the camera, he's got to just...
All right, there you go. There you go, look.
Look how easy that was. Goodness gracious.
But yeah, I love... It's just seeing these, and like the whole process behind it, and then getting all the other bits and pieces. Like, I've shown you some of the other stuff. I haven't told these guys because I want it to be a surprise, but I've shown you some of the other stuff that I'm doing with the pins. And like, I just love doing those little things, making it your own, basically. Like having the thought of doing something, and then actually the whole process behind getting it done, and then seeing the final product. And that's not just with pins, like with anything. And I'm sure Taylor can agree. Like getting the emotes, getting the art, like literally creating everything on the streams and seeing it come into fruition. Like even with the streamers, like when we create the new cards, we're like, oh, this will be funny, and then you're playing the game and someone plays that card at the perfect time, and it's just you love it. You love to see it. It's really probably one of the most satisfying things I've ever done is the streaming and everything behind it.
Yep. But that neon sign gonna be dope though. Just saying.
I just know when I see it, I'm gonna regret seeing it because I'm gonna end up getting one for myself. And as I've said before, it won't even be for the stream. It'll just be for me because I have a green screen behind me, so nobody else will see it. It's just I want one because I'll be like, that's so freaking cool.
This neon sign's gonna be awesome, bro. It's just gonna be like Shazam, bah! You just, woo! Can't wait.
Love to see it. Love to see it. Okay. Well, we've got roughly 10 minutes left of the actual podcast part, so we could move over to the Q&A part, the poking or the prodding of the live viewers, if they have anything.
Yep, so for those that are watching live on Twitch right now, either in my stream or in Slayer's stream, if y'all have got any burning questions or anything that you would like to ask, now's the time. Just type it in the chat, and we will ask it aloud and answer it.
Polar says pins for bits. No, Polar. Not yet, anyways, no, because I feel like every single time I would get one, you would probably get it straight away, and then I would have the issue of having to get every single pin like created and stuff. What do you think of the state of prison slash PvP prisons? I'm going to be biased, Dextrix. I'm always going to be biased in that opinion, my friend. So I'm not going to say much on that. And PvP, I don't really do much PvP these days, so I couldn't say. I couldn't tell you what half the stuff does on PvP anymore. So my opinion on that would be invalid. I imagine you're probably going to say the most part the same there, Taylor, as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like. I don't like. I guess that's too broad of a question to really
Mm,
answer. Like the state of
yeah.
prisons and PvP. I mean, it's where they're normally at. Like it's a slower month. So I know a lot of players are looking at player count, but I mean, it's a slower month. People are back in school.
Yep.
Pandemic is slowly like getting to the point where people are going back to normal life stuff. So that's playing a factor in it, and a lot of players don't, I guess, realize that. And so yeah, I don't know. It's
Yep. Happens every single year at this time of year, and to add into it the pandemic side of things of people actually being able to go out again, it just all adds up, bro. I mean, yeah, but like, I like pins just as much as he does this Polo. Gosh,
so Polar
what
asked
is?
me legit question: what turned you off of
Mm,
Halo?
yes, let's hear this. Let's hear it.
To be honest with you, I want to say it was because I started playing a different game. Like, because Halo 1 came out, played it, had a blast with it. I want to even say Halo 2 came out, and I played that, and that was fine.
Mm,
I can't remember specifically, like, if there was another game that I started playing that I gravitated more towards, so I just didn't really like the Halo games as much. Uh, Maybe it was Call of Duty that came out, and I started playing that a lot more. So I didn't really like the Halo games as much. But yeah, I don't know. I just stopped. I went to. I mean, I went to a PS, so
oh gosh,
Halo was strictly
the
Xbox.
PlayStation.
So that's one of the reasons.
Shameful, shameful.
You're shameful.
You are a PlayStation boy. Ah. All right. I mean, what is one game that you've been really hyped for and it's disappointed? Fallout 76, bro. Fallout 76. I got so excited for that. Yeah. I
Valorant.
don't want to say anything more than that. Valorant, yeah, that's a good one as well. That kind of disappointed me
Not
as
a
well.
fan of Valorant. Like everyone was talking about how it was such a good game and how it was going to be like the new CS:GO and it was going to be great and yeah, not a fan of Valorant. Not a fan. If I want to play Overwatch, I go play Overwatch. If I want to play CS:GO, I'll go play CS:GO. Not a fan
Yep.
of Valorant.
Do you have any plans to stream any different games in the near future? I mean, do you have anything specific, Razor? Because when it comes to that, like, I know this for me, and I know this is probably the same for Tater as well. Right now, there's like Minecraft, Fall Guys, Among Us, Rainbow Six Siege, Dead by Daylight. I just said that the Bioshock series, I'm going to play that during Spooktober as well. Like, right now, more than probably any other time of the like our streaming careers, there's more games for us to actually stream right now than there has been for a long time. Um,
I mean, I play a lot of different games. Shoot,
yeah,
like
you've always played a lot of different games for sure. Yeah, but like
yeah, it just
for me
depends. It just
as well.
depends. Like if you have a game that would interest me, I'll probably play it. Like I'm not even kidding.
Mm-hmm.
I will not play Bioshock though, Basher. No, no, does not look appealing to me. No thanks.
I still have one of your. I think I still have one of your OG player horror game cards. I may gift you Bioshock during October and play that card.
No. Eldrim, I used to play WoW. I actually used to play WoW. Like, funny story. So, because I'm older than all you individuals. So, when WoW first came out, I learned about it from a friend of mine whose dad played it like crazy. And when I went over to their house, he would be on the computer, and like not like the computers we got nowadays, by the way, like the computer where it's like the monitor was the computer, like it's a big old bulky thing sitting on like a square piece of trash. Like, I mean, it was like the dial-up internet where it's like, "Beedoo, beedoo, beedoo, beedoo." Like if anybody answered the telephone while he was on, he'd be yelling at him because it's like, I'm in the middle of a game. But yeah, when it was funny because I used to go over to my friend's house and I used to actually like, we'd be hanging out in the area where his dad's computer was, and I'd literally just watch this man play World of Warcraft and was just intrigued by how it was. And so when the first time I got the ability to play it, I played it. Thought it was okay. It's a little too grindy, I guess, for my liking. But it really depends, I guess, on who you're playing with. Like if you have somebody to play it with, I feel like it's better. But
Yeah, I think that may be one of the reasons why I never really got into WoW. Like I played it for a decent bit, but it just never really like grabbed me.
What is
To
Shadowlands?
the point where I was like, I have to play it. Shadowlands is the new DLC for World of Warcraft.
Okay. Eldram,
was
don't
just
get me into
wondering-
something that I'm going to spend money on.
Was just wondering in your plans in that case, I would recommend 7 Days to Die. We played that on stream for a good couple of weeks, like a year or so ago, didn't we? 7 Days to Die with Aaron. We played that for like a month or so. Like not every single day, but we played it a fair bit.
Maybe Eldram. Maybe we'll do it. We'll see. Remind me when it gets closer. We'll see.
It's hard to spend money. Try me, Eldram. Try me. I found
First
ways
thing
in
Slayer
StarCraft.
does when he gets in the game is goes, all right, what can I buy? What can I buy? Where's the black market in this game? That's what I need to know. Who's got the goods that I can get for cheap? Freaking play Tarkov and Slayer's over here like, oh yeah, I got a red key card and I got 50 mil. How the freak did you do that? Don't worry about it.
Hey, you guys never complained. You got the loots from it as well.
Listen, I got some benefits from it, but geez Louise.
What do you think about Cosmic Roblox / StarQuest? The freaking hype, bro. The freaking hype.
StarQuest is
what-
legit.
Yeah, I've been playing StarQuest off and on for some time now, and my lord, is it addictive.
I gotta update mine.
Roblox as well, like what they did in 30 days is insane, and I can't wait to see what else comes from it. It's freaking hype.
they got some-
Cosmic making moves, bro. I mean, Dexter, you got to understand they made that in 30 days. What they did in 30 days, and it being their first venture into Roblox, my guy, you can't diss what they did in that amount of time. It's nutty. It really is. You know Cosmic, and you know how we do our things. It's gonna be beautiful, my guy. Just gotta give it time. Remember
Yeah.
when Cosmic Prisons came out in alpha? How its player count was like popping at like 5 after the first few days during peak times. Just how it is, bro. You gotta remember when things start off, they start off small.
Why did
They
you
are
guys
crazy.
change mining in prisons? Because it needed a change.
And also talking about Roblox. Yeah, we were just talking about Roblox just then. Chill, big bro. Did I miss anything?
GG's Alpha. GG's. What about
How do I
Roblox?
turn
What about Roblox?
How do I turn /comp off, by the way? It's in your mod setting, bro. It's the one called leaderboards. 5 rings. You say it's hype, bro, but I'm specifically talking about the alpha here, bro, where it peaked at 5 players, where you could get to the max level within an hour and a half.
Ew, Rainzer. Ew.
And I'm talking before boosters, or before even like
Gross.
before there was even enchants on your pickaxe. When it was literally just you bought your pickaxe and you could use that pickaxe for 30 minutes, and once you'd used it for 30 minutes, your pickaxe was gone, deleted. You couldn't buy those pickaxes from anywhere. You had to get them out of a shard, so you had to be lucky. So if you lost your pickaxe, bro, and you didn't have those shards, you were going back to your wooden pickaxe that you bought from the shop and hoping that you would get back up enough to get the right shard to get the right pickaxe. Like, yeah, it was it was not the way to go, bro. It was not the way to go. All right, do you have any more in your chat, Mr. Taylor?
Any other questions? Chill Pig, yeah, it's called dadgummit, I can't even think of the name of it.
Cosmic Heroes.
Cosmic Heroes. It's a Roblox server, homie. But they're continuing work on it, so it's it's gonna have another release, and they're gonna do it bigger and better. They're gonna have other games that they work on as well. But yep, Cosmic is dabbling into the Roblox side, so it's interesting. It's interesting. I'm gonna have my kids teach me how to do it because still struggling with the coordination of it. But
yeah. What is your favorite part about Destiny 1? So fun little story for you here, Dextrix. I would have to say the raids, definitely. But one of my favorite parts about it was Xur and Strange Coins. Because, fun fact, again, as I said, Xur was what inspired me to create /quests on Cosmic Prison. My first ever big, like, core aspect of Cosmic Prisons that I ever came up with myself was /quests. And I got the idea from playing Destiny and having to find Xur to every single week to go and buy the weapons and stuff from him with the strange coins. So originally the Mystery Man. Yeah, the Mystery Man and /quests. Originally, he was going to be in a different spot on the map every single week. And he was. For the first like 2-3 weeks when we released him, his location would change every single week. But you guys hated that aspect, so I had to remove that. But yeah, the whole /quests and the cosmic tokens and the Mystery Man, that was the first big thing that I ever came up with that got introduced into Prisons. Still haven't added trading to Destiny, SMH. I haven't played Destiny since I played like the first month of Destiny 2. That was about it. One of my favorite things though from Destiny 1 that I remember was the loot cave. If you remember the loot cave, it was a bugged spawn location that you could go out onto one of the maps where you could sit at this spot, aim down your sights, and these mobs would constantly spawn out of this one cave. So it was just a tunnel vision, and you could just hold your shoot button and just kill them repeatedly. I made a YouTube video on that. That was my first ever, like one of my first ever YouTube videos I made. I uploaded that to YouTube and it got like 20k views, and I was freaking out because I was like 14 at the time, 13, 14, maybe even 15. But yeah, because I was playing that game so much that I was one of the first people to find out about it. So I made a video on it, recorded my TV screen with my phone. Stories, bro. The stories.
Thoughts on the new Marvel's Avengers game? I'm gonna let you answer this because I haven't even played it.
I've been enjoying the storyline so far. I think they cheaped out in some parts. I'm, just kind of tried to follow the basic how-to 101 formula of those kind of games, but I'm enjoying it. It's got potential. We'll see how it goes. All right. Do you want to move on to the Fall Guys then, Mr. Taylor?
We can. So just to end this out for the YouTubes, this will be up on YouTube. Anybody watching on YouTube, or even if you're watching on Twitch, if you want to go over to the YouTube video when it goes live, feel free to leave a comment if you have questions that you would like me or Slayer to answer down the road. If there's a themed podcast that you would like to see us talk about, so for example, like today we talked about video games. Last week we talked about different types of entertainment. If you go back and look through the podcast, you'll see there's typically a theme related to them. But if there's a theme that you want us to talk about, feel free to mention it because we're looking for new ideas. These are continually coming out every couple of weeks. So far we're up to episode number 5, and we're going to keep doing it every other week. If they get rolling, then we might do it every week. We'll see. But it all comes down to how much content we've got for you guys. So if you have questions, if you have ideas for themes that you want us to talk about, then feel free to drop them down on the YouTube video. You can also go over to Slayer's Discord. He's got a specific channel in his Discord that allows you to write your questions down, or if you have theme ideas, you can put them there as well. So go over to his stream and do !Discord in his chat, and you'll be able to drop it there. But other than that, this will end episode number 5.